What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to the Human Hands channel. This is just gonna be my introduction video, my first long form video that I want to create. I'm gonna keep this as brief and short as I can. I don't want to make it short. I want this to be a long form video, so I started this YouTube to obviously, just connect with people, get my name out there, build a community essentially. So just a brief background of who I am, what I do. My name is Marlon Bannister. I'm 28 years old right now. I'll be 29 in February. I started Human Hands because my goal was to get back into my entrepreneurial, swag. You know what I mean? So my background in entrepreneurship starts, if I be honest with y'all, starts all the way in middle school. Watching my dad, operate various businesses, seeing him do things from music to owning stores and food trucks and things like that. I remember in middle school, I started selling candy. So I would go up to the Dollar General. Back then, everything was a little bit cheaper. So I would go to the Dollar General, buy a couple packs of, let's say the Reese's. They came in 8 pieces a pack for like $1, $2. I think it was like $1, yeah. And then I would sell the pieces of the Reese's for 25 cents. So on every pack that I bought, I spent $1, I made $1. So that's how I kind of got my intro into business. That was short-lived because I guess I inspired other young individuals to do what I was doing. Someone tried to be in the classroom with me and compete. So they ended up getting caught. They went to the principal's office. Then name dropped me, and so I got called to the principal's office. Was told that this was essentially illegal because it was soliciting on school property. So I kind of lost my drive to do that. For a long time, I walked away from entrepreneurship. I didn't like the idea of what it took to make big money. You got to step on small people to make big money. I didn't like that idea. I didn't have an understanding or an education about proper business tactic and a way of moving the business that would make me fulfilled as a person, right? So I have these things like the gift, the gab, the ability to persuade people, passion when I speak. But these things, I didn't like the tactical things that people were doing to get sales, like lying and, like I say, these big corporations are picking on the small people. It's never in my body to do so. So I got back into entrepreneurship in 2020 when I left my job. I was making about $1,600 a week doing warehouse work, but it was overnight work. So it'd be from 6 p.m. to 4 a.m., 6 a.m., depending on the day, sometimes 6 days a week. Had money, didn't have the time. And I remember calling my family just to talk with them and check on them. And they were telling me that, they was waiting on the food stamps to come. So it was like, someone was like, damn, I got enough money to take care of me and myself. But what about the people that I love? Like, these people mean something to me. So I started, wanting to turn it up at the job that I was at. And like any job, that a lot of times you'll see a lot of great workers, it doesn't work in your favor to be a great worker. Anybody who's been one of the best employees at the job know that they're going to put more labor on you. Things and such like that. That wasn't the case for this specific job, but it was just things started happening once I started trying to make more money there. That kind of deterred me away from working for a corporation because you're going to put a cap on me. So that drove me into start my own business at the time. And I got into MLM. I got into what it was currency trading, Forex. I still do that a little bit. I was off and on. I was with IML Academy, doing that for a few years. Y'all might see some old YouTube videos of me popping around educating people on the different things and such like that. With that, kids watching me. So then I was, in and out with that, but it wasn't as consistent. I wasn't as consistent, let me say that, because I'm pretty sure if you make it work, it can work. I wasn't as consistent and disciplined mentally to compound my account and keep it compounded. Now, I've had some great days where I'm making $500 in a day, $1,000 in a week cashing out, but then losing that same money that I had to, it's like a gamble sometimes. So that what led me into doing detailing. And from 2022 to about 2024, I was detailing. I wasn't like I didn't take off and make a multi-million-dollar business. It wasn't that crazy. I did make a lot of money compared to not starting a business. I did meet a lot of people, make a lot of connections, created some good content, so that was fun. Things happened in my life that got me away from that. You know, situations changed, living situations, standards switch up. So I ended up going back to work. And just recently, this year, 2025, it was in September, I back against the wall, lost both my cars. Me and my lady, both our cars were out of commission. I bought me an e-bike. I'm driving. The job is 40 minutes in a car, so it's about an hour and 30, hour and 40 on an e-bike. But yo, God, I gotta provide for my family. So I get the e-bike. I'm going up there. It's not working out. It just seems like things are not falling into place. The ducks aren't lining up for me to continue this. And not only that, with the mundane, just everyday like faculties of driving there, being able to commute there, being able to make money while I'm there, but also just my mind, body, and spirit. Just every time I walked in was just like a cloud. So I wasn't able to come home and be the best version of myself and my family. I wasn't able to take care of my body how I wanted to. You know, it was always like it's like I know I'm going into a stressful environment every day. So that's what started Human Hands. I didn't do just detailing when I, started a new business, because I was like, I like detailing. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But what makes me, how do I say, more fulfilled is bringing results, right? Interacting with people, you know what I mean? Making the customer satisfied through just my pure love for my passion and what it is or whatever I put my hands to. You understand? So I was like, damn, I don't want to just box myself into just detailing. So but that's my foot in the door. I got the equipment for it already. Let me just start, busting these doors, hitting this door-to-door situation and getting to it. So one day, I'm out going, I got me some business cards. I go to start marketing myself door to door. I get about 4 houses in. I see a cop patrol, I see the goddamn sheriff's patrol car bend the corner. So me, I keep it cordial, I keep it cool. They pull up on me, how you gentlemen doing? And so I say, what can I do for y'all today? Along these lines, they said like, somebody called, said that, there was someone walking around. And I'm like, listen, you see my bike. I got a cargo trailer on the bike. I got nothing but detailing products, small vacuum, anything that I could fit inside of there to be able to get the job done. If anybody did say, let me get it done today, I had everything with me. So you can see all the detailing products. He's looking at it. They run my information. Fast forward just to get past that. One of the gentlemen asked me from Social Security. I ain't never had that happen before. I'm like, you don't ask me for my address, my phone number. Luckily, my phone number was already on the card, so you can have that. My address, it don't match the ID. I understand. I stayed in this place. I ain't got, no new address yet. So you wondering why I'm over here on a bike. I get that. So I gave you my address. Then you ask for my weight. I'm mad. You asking my weight like you're trying to recruit me. You got my height, weight, name, location. Like you want me to be a part of y'all football team or something, right? And follow up with a Social Security. Hey man, I was complying with everything and exchanging information up to this point, but sir, I don't think I have to give you that. And the other gentleman, that it was two cops with him, 2 cops in that situation. The other cop said, he don't have to do that. I already provided a valid form of identification. So they let me go. That in my head, it was like a slight fuck, like, oh bro, I'm just, God, you see me taking that initiative, taking those steps forward to provide for my family. And so I like, you know what? I'm going door to door in these residential people. I say, let me go to these quote commercial clients. Let me go talk to people in businesses, because they're not gonna call this public property. They're not gonna call the police on me because I could be a customer for all they know. And one of the first places I went to, Chili's, had rapport with them over a course of a few days. Finally was able to get in touch with the GM. She was like, I can respect the hustle. I don't need my car cleaned, but I haven't had my windows cleaned in over a year. I was like, huh, I didn't know window cleaning was a thing. So I said, if I'm gonna do it professionally. So I went home, enrolled into YouTube University, and got to learn how to clean windows. And came back, gave her, researched what the prices were, what I should charge, gave her a quote, and she wanted to get in contract with me. So that was my first opportunity of stepping into window cleaning. So that was like, you know what? This is human hands to me. Human hands is whatever God bless these hands to be able to do, I'm going to do it with the love and passion that he's instilled in the body and how he designed me, whatever it is. So I just want to include y'all in this journey, like this isn't just a run off I'm not making a goal and writing down a passion of mine to be a run off the mill, mediocre ass person. It's not something I wake up and aspire to be. So I started this YouTube channel. I'm introducing myself. I'm bringing y'all into the mind and journey, the process of going from broke money, you see what I'm saying, to old money. You feel me? Like, it's the process. A lot of times, a lot of people, they only show the good shit. They only show the highlights. So this is my what can I say, my chance to outreach to people who are scared, who are nervous, who don't feel like they got it all together. And, this is just to, let y'all into my journey and just to see it in real time. Be able to watch it go from nothing to something and do it for real, for real. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just like I say, Marlon, Human Hands. Also, I still make my music. If y'all know me by Project, I still do that. Yes, sir, I do. Got another page, Project 9, if y'all want to go follow that. But if you guys are here, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You'll get way more content from me. Like I say, it's going to be a journey. So I'm going to keep y'all posted on my day-to-day, what it is that I learned from sales, how it is that I'm trying to go about growing my business, and different things as such. So press that subscribe button, like, comment, share it, whatever you do, just to, let the algorithm know I'm here. Let them know that, I care about y'all and y'all care about me. But other than that, man, salute.